What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Basic Series 71 Charlotte Flair. Now here we do have Charlotte in the packaging. You can see she is sporting the new women's division logo right across in the back. We do have Charlotte in the packaging. Really excited I found her in stores. On the back, other figures of this line do include Seth Rollins, The Undertaker, Finn Balor, Austin Aries, John Cena, Charlotte Flair, and Baron Corbin. Really happy I have Charlotte in hand, so what we're going to do now is take a little break, get her opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of her review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Charlotte posing out of the packaging. Now let's get a good 360 of her. I'm going to say she's a really good improvement on a figure that we already had, although I do have a few complaints about her. Let's look at the pretty obvious one, and that's quality control. I'm not even doing much, and as you can see, her torso is incredibly loose. Well, it's not doing it now, but her ab crunch, or mid-torso crunch, I should say, is a little bit loose, and like I said, it's not doing it now, but when I got her out of the packaging, it was really loose, so maybe it's settling in, I don't know. And then her hips are just a tiny bit loose right here, but yeah, you can obviously see that. But it's not a big deal when you get it past that. Once you get it past a certain point, they stop being all flimsy and wobbly. And it does impede her ability to stand a little bit. And of course it doesn't do it on camera, but yeah, these loose hips kind of do throw off her center sometimes when you think she's positioned right, she'll fall over. But that's just mine, and it's quality control issues. Now, let's go on to one of the things I like about this figure and something I don't like, and we'll actually go on to her detail really fast here. Something I like is that this is a huge improvement over her last figure. And let's actually bring out her previous figure just for a quick comparison. And here we have both figures posed next to each other, and you can see this was an okay face sculpt, but they are getting better with this one. I don't know if there's going to be... I know there's a Battle Pack Charlotte as well, which I'm trying to track down right now. Just give it time and I'll eventually find her. And this is her first time in the line figure. Looking at it, it's night and day. No comparison. You go with a basic 71 Charlotte. Not saying that this one isn't good, it's just that this one is better. Now let's actually go on to some of her details. You can see she has the rhinestones right here on her, right up off her left eyebrow, which is pretty neat. She is wearing a really subtle pink lipstick. She is wearing her blue attire, which you can see they actually molded the lines onto her attire, which I really do like that, but this is the one thing I do not like. We turn it around to the back here, and we see mold lines right here. Really, really hate when Mattel leaves these mold lines exposed. They should have just painted it blue like everything else, and I wouldn't have a problem with it, but they didn't. They left the mold lines blank, and that is... I really do hate when they do that. But you can see she does have her tattoo right here, as well as the one right here. She also is sporting the tattoo right here, which says a little patience, if the camera will focus, which, if you remember, her previous figure was absent. So I'm guessing that's a newer tattoo. I really don't know. Really like the blue attire on her, and then we get down to her knee pads and her kick pads, which are just basically black. There's no detail on either or. And that's Charlotte's detail for you, so let's actually move the camera back really fast so we can continue looking at her articulation. Charlotte does sport the standard articulation for divas, although her head doesn't move up and down all that much. It is hindered by her hair sculpt, but she does turn left and right. A little bit hindered by her hair, but not too much, and it is there, but the hair kind of stops it. She would have side to side if the hair was softer. Arms on a ball joint go out to about that far. Moving them back in, they do a full 360, not at all hindered by the hair. She swivels at the bicep, single jointed at the elbow, spins at the wrist, Has that mid-torso crunch, which goes forward and back about that far. And side to side, no swivel. The swivel is down here. They really should just keep this one uniform sculpt and then just have the swivel right up here. It would make the figure that much better. Legs go forward and back. They go out. Only to about that far, and then they just kick back. So let's see if I... Nope. That's about as far as her legs go. I don't know why this leg is just kicking back. And then something to point out is that they didn't even finish her attire on the inside of her leg, which is a little disconcerting. I mean, you're not going to see it, but if you're posing her, it is going to be quite noticeable. But yeah, legs go out to about that far. She spins at the thigh. Single jointed at the knee. She does have a boot swivel, as well as a hinge in the ankle, and no rocker ankles. So that's Charlotte for you. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get her posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Charlotte posed for my final thoughts. So overall, I really do like this figure, but there are some issues with mine, mainly quality control. Like, that is a really loose joint, and you can really see how loose it is now. I guess messing around with it loosened it up, which it's a little unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. But I do like this figure. It is a huge improvement over this figure. I mean, wrestlers update their attires all the time, so it's really good we see updated attires. Just kind of wish that Mattel would do something about those molt lines, because they do get a little bit annoying, especially when you're looking at the figure and you just see this really terrible molt line. I actually found this Charlotte at Toys R Us, I believe. Was it Toys R Us? Yeah, I believe it was Toys R Us, because they just put out the fresh case and I picked her up. If you can find this Charlotte, I really recommend you pick her up, especially if you missed out on her previous figure or you just want an updated attire for her. It's going to run you about the same as any basic, so you're going to be paying about $11.80 with tax, so that's a fair price, especially considering divas and women in the WWE have much better articulation than their basic male counterparts. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up my review here. I do recommend Charlotte Flair. And if you like this video, go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews. All my other WWE action figure reviews are also up, so go ahead and check those out. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think of this figure. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and let me know down in the comments what figure you would like to see me review. And if it fits into my collection and I have time for it, I will take a look at it and review it for you guys. And until next time, I'm KingofDragons 5000, and I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. My dream.